Living as a precise thinker, a different league. In a world full of noise, panic, and emotional manipulation, the one who thinks with precision becomes a calm magnet of clarity and confidence. They don't jump from drama to drama. They don't build their life on headlines. They don't get trapped by trends or opinions. They think clearly, independently, based on facts, and always toward their personal goal. 5 daily habits of a precise thinker. 1. Filters information. They don't absorb everything. They always ask, where's this from? Do I even need this? 2. Writes thoughts down. They know the mind is like a field. To grow the right seeds, you need a pen and intention. 3. Doesn't act on emotions. They pause, observe, think, then act. 4. Verifies sources. Where are the numbers? Where is the evidence? Is this truth or just a viral opinion? 5. Thinks toward their purpose, not the noise. Their thinking isn't scattered. It's aimed, focused, sharpened. Truth. In an age of information warfare where everyone fights for your attention, precise thinking equals your last freedom. Final message. When you train your mind to think precisely, you start to see how life begins to change. Less chaos, more clarity, better decisions, less manipulation, more freedom. Because those who own their mind own their life. Are you thinking or being thought for? Most people have thoughts, but few people actually think. They repeat headlines. They echo common opinions. They build lives on borrowed beliefs without realizing it. Precise thinking starts with an honest question. Who's thinking inside my head right now? Is it you or the media or TikTok? Or your relatives, teachers, experts? Example, when someone says, I heard that, everybody knows. They say, that's not thinking. That's automatic parroting. It's not your mind working, it's someone else's script. Practice. 1. Catch yourself saying, I heard that? Then pause and ask, who said it? From where? Why do I believe this? 2. Try a full day of mental questioning. Don't accept anything blindly. Question every assumption. 3. Lifelong habit. Whenever you hear an opinion, ask yourself, what's the fact behind it? Because to think precisely means you don't let the world think for you. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. 3 ways to think. And which one builds power? There are 3 levels of thinking, but most people live on the surface of just one: reaction. They feel, they react. They hear, they repeat. They scroll, they absorb. But to grow, to lead, to succeed, you must learn to think on purpose. Let's break it down. 1. Induction. From experience to idea. You gather facts, observe patterns, and draw conclusions. Every time I do X, Y happens, so I'll adjust. This is how scientists, strategists, and entrepreneurs learn. 2nd deduction. From idea to decision. You start with the truth and test if the conclusion fits. 3-dot logic, the bridge that connects thoughts clearly. It keeps emotion from hijacking your mind, it forces order, it clarifies next steps. What do I know? What don't I know? What matters most right now? If this is true, what logically follows? This is how leaders see 5 steps ahead. Real thinkers don't chase hype, they chase clarity. Your mind is not a storage room, it's a workshop. Don't collect junk, build tools. 2 questions that make you mentally unstoppable. Precise thinking is like gold refining. There's a lot of noise, a lot of dust. But if you know what you're looking for, you'll find clarity and power. To think like a master, you need to apply 2 ruthless filters to every thought. Question 1. Is this a fact or a fantasy? How often have you made a decision based on something that felt true but wasn't? Facts get results. Opinions create noise. Example, they say nobody's buying this. Reality, did you check actual numbers or just believe a comment? Train your mind to ask, where is this from? Is it verified? Is it true or just popular? Question 2. Is this important or just interesting? Even among real facts, 90% are irrelevant to your goal. Example, you want to grow your career. Important, what's the number 1 skill needed in your industry right now? Not important. What your uncle thinks about it based on 1995. Powerful thinkers ask, does this move me closer to my purpose or distract me from it? Summary. Filter 1. What's real? Filter 2. What matters? Most people chase everything, but winners eliminate noise and focus only on what counts. That's how your mind becomes a laser, not a flashlight. Protecting your mind. The last true freedom. The mind is your fortress, but if you don't guard the gates, the world will flood in. Lies, trends, panic, fake success stories, other people's goals. If you don't choose your thoughts, someone else will. Final word. In the age of manipulation, protecting your mind is not optional. It's survival. A precise thinker guards their focus like a soldier guards a fortress. No noise, no junk, just truth plus purpose. When emotions run high, can you still think? Anyone can think when things are calm. But what about when you're hurt, angry, anxious, or afraid? That's when precise thinking actually matters most. Emotions are not bad, but they're not the driver. You're human. You'll feel things. Disappointment, rejection, stress. But emotions were never meant to lead. They're signals, not steering wheels. Ask yourself, is this emotion trying to teach me something or trap me? Am I reacting or responding with clarity? Mental control equals power. If you can think clearly under pressure, you become unshakable. That's the difference between a person who quits at the first failure and one who turns failure into fuel. That's the edge of every champion, leader, and thinker who wins long term. Your 3-step reset under pressure. 1. Pause, literally stop, breathe, break the emotional loop. Second question, what is real right now? What do I control? 3. Refocus. Point your mind back to your vision, not your frustration. The law. He who can think in chaos can lead in any world. Living as a precise thinker. The mastery mindset. In a loud, chaotic, distracted world, the one who thinks with precision doesn't just survive, they rise. They don't jump at headlines. They don't chase every shiny idea. They don't let fear set the direction. They think deliberately, independently, in line with their purpose. 5 daily habits of a precise thinker. 1. Filters all input. Not everything deserves your attention. Ask, why do I need this? Who benefits if I believe it? 2. Writes down thoughts. The mind gets cluttered. Writing clears the fog and makes decisions sharper. 3. Never acts on first emotion. Pause, observe, analyze, then act. 4. Verifies all claims. No proof? Then it's not truth. Smart minds don't rely on they say. 5. Thinks toward a goal, not away from noise. Most people escape discomfort. Thinkers move toward results. Truth. In a world fighting for your mind, precise thinking is your final freedom. No algorithm, trend, or guru has power over you when your thoughts are your own. Final message. If you master this one principle, your whole life will change. Less chaos, more clarity, better decisions, fewer regrets, true independence. Because he who commands his mind commands his life.